Hello, it's me, and today we're going to tackle the crazy Megaminx, starting off with Mercury. Maybe starting off and even finishing off with Mercury. The similarity between this and the Mercury cube, and we're going to be correlating those two, is like those we have one side that's not fixed, one side that's not bandaged, surrounded by sides that are fixed, are bandaged, just like the Mercury cube. It's completely surrounded, and more importantly, all sides that are opposite also are similarly bandaged. The main difference, though, is this is almost like two cubes in one, because the one that's opposite, gray, is just like the white, and that's also fixed, so that it has the same configuration. So the way that this was put together is to resemble the Mercury cube as much as possible, where you have one fixed side surrounded by, one non-bandaged side surrounded by bandaged sides. So basically the techniques are going to be similar. I'm going to be correlating to the Mercury cube and showing that really there isn't much new, except it's just going to take a little bit more strategy and planning. So without further ado, let's make the scramble happen. Bang. And we have ourselves a scramble. So the Mercury Megaminx are going to solve very similarly to the Cube Megaminx, to the 3x3 Mercury, and that the strategy is going to be very similar. So the first step is we're going to get our inner star, put all of our inner edges in, and once again we're going to use our fixed or our non-fixed bandaged faces in order to move things into position, non-bandaged faces rather. So the first thing to notice is that at the sides everything's going to be in place. So purple is here, green is here, so that's already there for you. In the meantime, we'll try to pick a side and start to move things in. So here's, well, let's do the purple one that takes to the eye well. Here's a purple side, purple over here, there's another one here, move this in position, and another one here, but we're going to have to roll it in from the top here and move that in like that. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. So there's that. Go to the green side. When dealing with a puzzle like this, sometimes, and just roll this in here, it's best to not have an ADHD type way of doing this. Just try to focus. You see all these little pieces and maybe opportunities, but it's probably best that you just solve them and just focus on the sides at hand. So here's the red one here, bring that. Now, I'm not really caring about the white or the silver inner stars yet, that I move in last. So here's red, this lines up with this here, so I'll move it in from the silver. And again, no real algorithms, just kind of strategies here. Try not to mess up things that I just put in. Here's another red. Move that up to the side here. And then we'll actually exchange this. Turn and turn. Alright, some of these things I'm of course assuming you already know. Otherwise you would be working on early cubes instead of this. So this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. And then just start rolling things into place here. I'll just start rolling them in from the top. We'll just move this into place here. And I'm just kind of rolling this in from the silver, putting it in step by step. Move this here. Move this here. I'm just going to use this now as an axis of rotation to put everything else in. Where's the pink? Here's the pink. This goes here. This goes here. This goes down here. I got to move this out. So let's replace this with the white, which I'm going to need later. Okay, move my orange one in, double turn, turn, turn. And that leaves this guy here. Turn, replace it with the pink. Here's the pink, replace that white. And I'm not quite done yet, because I know there's an aberrant color here. green. Oh, actually it's okay. So we have our, I believe we have all of our inner stars here. Nope, got this guy here. Oh, not really. Okay, so all of our inner edges are put in. So the way that I do this from here is I'm going to solve it pretty much parallel to what I did with the Mercury cube. With the Mercury cube, what I then did is I solved the outer edges on my non-fixed, non-banded side. So I'm going to get my entire star on the white side. What I'm then going to do is do the same thing on the silver side so that I can kind of match, make it, it's almost like it's two cubes in one. So here's the blue here. I just want to wheel this over here. So I'm going to make use of the equivalent opposite side. It's this, but if I wanted to do a non-fixed side with the fix, it would be over here. So I'm going to take this, move it down by 2 here, take it out of the way, move this back. So now I want to move this into here, move this back, move it twice, nab it, grab it, and turn it. So nothing really new here. We've seen this before. So I'm going to find the other whites, which is here. I might as well get used to moving things back, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. What I want to do is I want to put the white on the top here and just kind of navigate it around. So here's the purple, 1, 2. Bring the white one to meet that, bring it up here. Nothing really earth-shattering new here. Bring my inner edges back in. Here's the yellow that I have to transfer upside down. So I'm going to go turn, 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 double turn it to get it out of the way. Turn the center back. Turn this here. Move this out of the way. Turn this back. So I just put these back here. Now I have this upside down and ready to be accepted by the white. Double turn, move in, turn back. There it is there. This is good. This needs to come up here. So just turn this down. Turn, turn, turn up here. If you need me to slow down on this or explain what I'm doing, let me know. Happy to do it. But for now, I assume this is simple stuff. Okay. So here's our entire cross on the white side. What I'm going to eventually do is start doing a layer by layer by layer by layer by layer method. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do the same thing on the silver side. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it's going to be important because at the very least it takes these outer edges out of the way, because I'm going to be moving these outer edges like crazy, and I just I don't want to have to deal with these. So we're going to put this in place and this in place at the proper area. Now at this point I might as well show you an algorithm that we're going to be using later. Is there a way to move these guys around, orbit around here? And the answer is yeah, and we've used this at the other cubes. With the other supercubes, that's the R, U, Ri, U, R2U, Ri. The modification for the Megaminx is the same thing, but it's R, U, Ri, U, R3U, Ri. And by doing that, it basically rotates these all around. As you recall with the cube, the one that's facing you here stays fixed while everything else rotates. On the Megaminx, this and this stay the same. We've encountered this when we did the Circle Minx tutorial. So what I want to do is I want this to rotate over to here. So I'm just going to move it. I'm going to do the algorithm that's away from this and this. So I'm going to do it from, say, here. So that way this will rotate in. So R, U, Ri, U, R, U, 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 that's 3U, Ri. I'm going to keep doing that until this ends up where it's supposed to be. And there it is over here. Now that I have this in place, I want this to go where it's supposed to be, over here, pink. So I'm going to move this over here and keep doing that again until this pink is where it's supposed to be here. 1, 2, 3. By doing this, this will always stay the same. This is slowly making its way around. And there it is. Okay. So let's look for some other silvers. Here's a silver, and I want this to be put in over here. So I'm just gonna, now that luckily this is so far away from what's going on down here, I don't have to worry about messing things up. So I'm gonna put this here, bring it back, put this here, just making my long trip around here. And now it's right by here, so now I want to turn it upside down. So I'm basically going to want to put this to where it's upside down over here. And I'm going to take this opportunity to show you another strategy that I'm going to make frequent use of. This middle's actually out, but we can put that back in. Remember in the other cubes we had a way of moving an outer edge from here to here and here to here. I'm going to be making use of that exact same thing, and the advantage of that is it's not going to mess up what's below here. And that's the one where we did the F-R-I-F-I-R. Well, that's what I'm going to do. So in this case, F-R-I-F-I-R moves it here, and now it's going to move it here the next time, F-R-I-F-I-R. So no new algorithms, it's exactly the same strategy, and here it is, all ready for this guy here. Might as well move this back here. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this over here. 1, 2, turn, 1, 2, turn this back. So these 3 are in. Did I mess up my bottom? No. And now I want to put the rest in. Okay, here's the green, which is going to end up here. So I might as well turn this down, across, and up. And then move this here so that I can work the same kind of magic. Alright, almost there. Here's a silver and orange, and just kind of wheel this in like so. 2, 1, 2. Bring this back, bring this back. Okay. So these are all in here on the silver side, and these are all in here too. So this, oh, there we go. So this ends the preparatory phase.